Hello everyone, Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and this is our recap of the Washington Commanders Denver Broncos game from Sunday. Washington going on to win that game, a back and forth contest where Washington was able to pull off a 35-33 victory over the Broncos in Denver. Now, had the opportunity to be there, of course, on behalf of Bowie Television, so it was just a great game overall, a fun game to see overall. But this is kind of how things went. We started off with the Denver Broncos scoring on a 5-yard touchdown run from Jaleel McLaughlin to make it a 7-0 game after a Will Lutz field goal. Joey Slye would get Washington on the board with a 44-yard field goal with 24 seconds left in the first quarter. And then the Broncos said, hold up, we're not playing games. A 60-yard pass from Russell Wilson to Marvin Mims Jr. would give the Broncos a 14-3 lead at the end of the first quarter. Heading into the second quarter, more Broncos power as Brandon Johnson was scoring a 16-yard pass from Russell Wilson to make it a 21-3 game after a Will Lutz field goal. So at this point, it was looking very, very grim for Washington, and then things kicked up. Washington, with 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the second quarter, would find Logan Thomas on a 4-yard pass from Sam Howell, and then you saw Brian Robinson Jr. running a 2-point conversion. Now, the problem with this play was the hit that Logan Thomas took, a helmet-to-helmet hit. He still held on to the ball. I'll tell you, it was an amazing thing to see at the time frame. Glad to see that Logan is okay. He's technically still in concussion protocol as we speak. But it was a great, a tough physical play by Logan Thomas as he would get a touchdown from Sam Howell to make it 21-11. Then, with time expiring at the end of the first half, Joey Slye would knock in a 49-yard field goal to make it 21-14. So things weren't all that grim for Washington. Then in the third quarter, early in the third quarter, with 11 minutes and 47 seconds, we saw Terry McLaurin catch a 30-yard touchdown pass from Sam Howell. I'm going to tell you, this thing was a thing of art. He caught it with two defenders hugging on top of him. It was just a great play by Terry McLaurin. And then we got like a little interesting. I thought it was the Icky Shuffle, but it was still cool. Terry McLaurin gets the touchdown, and now this game is tied at 21 apiece. Then Will Lutz would kick a field goal with 2 minutes left in the third to make it 24-21. So Washington hadn't quite completed the comeback yet, but then they would really open things up early in the fourth. 13 minutes and 25 seconds left. Brian Robinson Jr. would score on a 2-yard touchdown run. And then 6 minutes later, with 7 minutes and 11 seconds, we got another Brian Robinson touchdown run, this time a 15-yard run. And then that gave Washington a 35-24 lead. Both drives totaled about 8 minutes worth of time, and it was looking very bad for Denver. But then Denver wouldn't give up. Will Lutz knocked in a 32-yard field goal to make it 35-27 with a minute and 50 left. And then we saw classic Russell Wilson. Besides Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson is the only person that could throw a bomb into the end zone for a touchdown, a Hail Mary towards the end of the game. And it was a great catch by Brandon Johnson, tipped it in the air, and Johnson was able to pull it in for the touchdown. But the 2-point conversion was no good as Brandon St. Juste was able to knock the ball away at the last second. The only problem with that, though, was that, a lot of people thought it was pass interference. But Washington leaves Denver with a 35-33 victory. It was a great game overall for the Commanders, a great comeback victory for the Commanders, a much-needed win as they head into FedEx on Sunday to take on the Buffalo Bills. Sam Howell went 27 for 39 for 299 yards and 2 touchdowns. I did get sacked 4 times, but he had a quarterback rating of 108.8. Brian Robinson Jr. had 18 carries for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then on the receiving front, Terry McLaurin, 5 receptions, 54 yards, and a TD. And it was just a great job. They had 9 receivers with 2+ receptions on the day. So Washington moves on and gets ready to take on the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. Oh, and real quick shout out to Cody Barton. Got a chance to talk to him as the game was ending. And Cody had 10 tackles on the day, 4 solo tackles with 2 quarterback hits. That defensive line was amazing. Montez Sweat had a half a sack along with Chase Young. So they just were pressuring them. Deron Payne had a sack. Jamin Davis had a sack. Casey Toohill had a sack. So Washington defense was off the chain as they get ready for Buffalo on Sunday. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll see you all next week.